Good morning. We're gonna go over a little 15-minute easy stretch that you can do in the morning. Okay. We're gonna start by tilting the head to the right, stretching out that left side, relaxing, taking that right hand, just gently placing on top of your head. We're not tugging at the neck. We're gonna extend that arm over to that left side. And you should feel that stretch throughout your shoulders all the way down to your fingertips. And again, slowly breathing to the body. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side. And again, you should notice that stretch throughout your shoulders all the way down to the fingertips. I love this stretch. It really helps my neck because I have cervical issues. So that really gets me going first thing in the morning. Let's start by dropping the head to the shoulders and doing a little bit of neck circles. Again, you want to take your time, releasing all the stress. A good way to release that tension, especially in your shoulders. Now we're going to reverse and continue that counterclockwise. Again, we want to take our time when we rotate the neck from side to side, front to back. Now, as we come back to center, we're going to go ahead and look over the shoulders. And then we're going to repeat that on the other side. Now, as we come back to center, we're going to drop that chin to chest and look up towards the sky. Again, don't overextend your neck as you look up. You only want to do it as far as you feel your range of motion can take you. We don't want to do anything that's going to cause us any issues. Now, let's go ahead and stretch out the top of those shoulders. I love this shoulder stretch. You could feel it really loosening up those shoulders. Now, we're going to repeat it on the other side. And we're going to do a couple more. And this is a good way to start your day. Now let's go ahead and take the hand over our shoulders and over our head, and we're going to go ahead and do a tricep stretch. And you're going to also feel that stretch on your side body. And we're going to switch sides. Repeating the movement. Now let's go ahead and do a lateral stretch. And you should feel that stretch all the way on that side. I love these side stretches. And I can feel it all the way on each side. You can feel that stretch always when you do these stretches. Nice. Now let's go ahead and do a spinal twist. Again, only go as far as to where you feel comfortable. We don't want to aggravate the lower spine. I have a couple of spine issues, so this really helps me. But again, everybody's situation is different. You do what you feel comfortable with. This helps loosen up my spine. Again, as I say, I have spine and cervical issues, so this tends to help, gets me going. Yes, keep repeating it. Now we come back to center. Let's go ahead and do a simple forward fold. Again, you're going to feel that stretch in that lower back. I love this stretch. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and walk over to the right side, trying to place your nose on your knee. But of course, you do what feels comfortable for you. Everybody's range of motion is different. Now let's go ahead and walk it to the other side. Stretching out that lower back, and we're going to go ahead and walk it back to the front. Now let's come back to center. Let's do another side stretch. I love these side stretches. Again, they really help lengthen up my spine, my side body. It feels so good. Now another spinal twist. And the other side. And repeat. Now we're going to come back to center. We're going to do another forward fold. And again, I'm going to have walk over to the right, our nose to our knee, and then we're going to do the other side. And let's go ahead and repeat that again. Now let's come back to center. Now we're going to go ahead and roll on all fours into a tabletop position, making sure our knee is in line with our hip and our wrist in line with our shoulder. We're going to do a couple of cat-cow, arching the back and rounding your spine, breathing in and out of the body. Again, I love this stretch. It really helps my lower back. Couple more. Now let's go ahead and thread the needle. You're going to go ahead and thread that right arm through your left. Extend your left arm out forward. Now you should feel that stretch across your shoulders. Then we're also going to repeat the other side also. We're going to take the left and just thread it through the right and just go ahead and straighten out that right arm. And again, you should feel that stretch across your shoulders. And we're going to also repeat it again. I love this stretch. You can really feel this stretch across your shoulders. And you can also feel it on your sides right down to your lats. I love this stretch. Now let's come back into tabletop position. Extend the right arm, extend the left leg to the back. And you want to go ahead and bring that knee to elbow. Just take your time. And then we're going to slowly switch sides. Knee to elbow, extend out. This is great for balancing. Also, for people that have trouble with their balancing, this is a great way to perfect that. Now let's sit back into that child pose. You want to make sure that your knees are open more than hip width apart and your big toes are kissing, and we're going to stretch that out, feeling that stretch on each side. Now we're going to go ahead and walk both hands off the mat to the right side. Also, we're going to repeat it to the left also. Now you should feel that stretch throughout your side body. Now let's come back into tabletop. Let's go ahead and extend those arms out and those knee to elbows. Nice. And we're going to switch sides. Now let's come back to that cat-cow. Inhale and exhale out, rounding that spine, pulling that navel into your back and arching that back ever so lightly. I love this stretch again. It really helps my lower back. Now let's go ahead and thread the needle. Beautiful. Now that stretch that you once felt when we did the stretch before, it should be a little bit easier. You shouldn't notice it as tight as it was in the beginning. Now let's repeat it again. And these are a couple of stretches that you can do in the morning to get your day started. Now we're going to come back to tabletop. And we're going to go back to that child pose. Send the hips to the heels. Stretch those arms all the way out. And let's go ahead and walk that hand back off the mat to the right. Now we're going to also repeat that on the left side also. Now let's come back to that child pose, stretch it out, and let's do that other side again. And the other side. Back to that child pose. And thank you for joining me. God bless.